We're here at the court. So your gym is in NBA 2K25. That's awesome. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. I remember a few years ago I spoke with Ronnie and I spoke with the team, and they were seeing what I was doing on social media, and they were saying a lot of people were saying they want me to be their trainer, and they wanted to bring that aspect to the game. And for them to do that, as you've been seeing, so many people love coming into.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Duncan Robinson is out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Vucevic in at the center. And for the Jazz, Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Clarkson the 2, and Markkanen is the 3. And it's George in at the 1. We talk about how much of a grind the schedule can be, Stan, but here we are. It feels like this season has flown by.
Yeah, Brian, on the one hand, the regular season can be a marathon, but on the other hand, when you really get into it and into that routine every night, it's over before you know it.
Certainly has been entertaining. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Pass to Quickley. Robinson with it. He's covered by Clarkson. Shoots it from the high post. Robinson can't hit. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
Honestly, they were just outclassed in that one. We thought it would be a tough night for them, and it was.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I spoke to the Jazz head coach earlier, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Quickley. A 32-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. And it's Barrett off the drive. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
The free throw drops for Barrett.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
And Barrett drops them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
George passes to Markkanen. From 12 feet. It's rebounded by Barrett. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. With the drive. Kicks it out to Barnes. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
Pass to Kessler. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. 6 to shoot. Clarkson outside to stop the run. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Their last encounter in Toronto.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Clarkson.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Barrett finds Quickley out to the right wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. He buries it from three.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And the Jazz call time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Here's a look at some stats for Scotty Barnes. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Kessler passes to George. Poke loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's Robinson. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Clarkson against Robinson. To snap the cold streak. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Toronto leading by 12. Outside Robinson. Fires for 3. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
George. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
3 on 3. Here's George. Nice. Gets his 2nd bucket. He's 2 for 4 now. For Toronto, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go. Quickly against George. From the top of the key, again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's George. His last outing, he had 18 points. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Kessler against Robinson. Right side, Barrett. And they pick up 2. Barrett's got 9.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Clarkson. No points so far. Second chance shot. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. And now let's show you the rebound leaders among small forwards in the second half of the season. In the 3rd spot, Lauri Markkanen.
And these guys may not be the tallest or strongest players on the floor, but that hasn't limited their ability to mix it up and dominate on the glass.
Yeah, so much of it comes down to effort and energy. You can be any size, well, practically any size, and make a big difference on the glass.
Well within Markkanen's range. Lowry is so comfortable with his jumper.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assist. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Raptors. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Yeah, from range, Markkanen has such an effortless stroke.
Barnes finds Barrett. Quickly, left side. Kicks it out to Barrett. Launches it. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 12. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Hits the trifecta.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Timeout called. The Jazz.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Larry Markkinen. Sensabaugh's checked in for Clarkson. And Preston subbed in for George. Outside Payne. Kicks it out to Barrett. Back to Payne. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Hendricks. Rebound, Toronto. Now here's Barrett. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Kicks it out to Barnes. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Williams is checked in for Utah. Takes the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Out to the right wing. Here's Abaji. No points yet. And here's Payne outside. Williams grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Rejected by Barnes.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Barnes has got 6.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Here's Preston. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Oh, swiped away. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Williams. Rejected by Barnes. Here's Abaji. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Left side, Barrett. Kicks it out to Barnes. 3-pointer. He can't hit that time.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Barrett. Utah shooting their first foul shot of the night. And the free throw, no good. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Here's Preston. To the wing, right side. And another miss by Utah. Raptors lead by 16. Abaji, the pass to Pirtle. Now here's Payne. Outside for Boucher. Lets it go from 14. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
Preston, pass to Williams. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Right wing.
2 minutes.
Payne, the pass to Abaji. Here's Boucher for 3. Utah with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Williams. Can't connect. Making him 1 for 6 from the field. Pass to Walter. Here's Abaji. Williams defending. Here's Walter. Here's Abaji. Offline with a 3. Jazz trail by 18. Here's Sensabaugh. Rebounded by Payne.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now here's Pirtle. Still no points. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for 1, Drew Eubanks.
Fernando's checked in for Pirtle.
Bruno Fernando.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Utah. Trailing by 17. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shoots over Walter. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Outside Payne. There's the three. Utah with the rebound. Here's Preston. Jacks up with 3. Kept alive. No luck on that one. Toronto leading by 15. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. With the 10-footer and the basket by Abaji.
Well, when you work the ball inside like that, good things tend to happen.
Eubanks. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Now Payne. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him to take.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Off to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Raptors, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Walter out there with Bruno Fernando. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Robinson in at the 2.
Well, he's got such a sweet shot. But at 7 feet, Markkanen can also hurt you down low. An all-around offensive talent.
Robinson gets the bucket.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Robinson passes to Quickly. Shoots over George. And it's Quickly with a miss. Jazz trail by 13. Down low. Here's Preston. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. Preston's got 6 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Quickly. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Putting the defender in the spin cycle. An underused move in his arsenal.
Pass to Kessler. And here's Collins. George outside. Stolen by Quickly. Tipped away. And stolen by Markkanen. Markkanen finishing the break himself.
Yeah, he's certainly not a slow-paced big. Markkanen runs the floor really well.
Back to Quickly. Pass to Walter. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for him. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Kessler passes to Clarkson. Oh, there's the alley! And finished off by Kessler.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Barnes finds Robinson. Vucevic with it. And Vucevic slams it in.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. And about 3 minutes played now in the 2nd quarter. Clarkson against Robinson. Top of the key. Barnes with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And yep, it's good. Barrett's got 11.
Yeah, he's a great passing center. You can run offense through Vucevic. Use him as a passing hub.
Now here's Collins. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for Utah, John Collins. 2 shots.
Free throw is good from Collins.
Well, Collins is an exceptional athlete with a lot of skill offensively, but I'd like to see more out of him on the defensive end. I think that could bring his game to another level.
And both free throws good for Collins. Raptors lead by 13. And here's quickly a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. To the inside, here's Collins, and Collins with the slam.
Using his size inside, Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
Now here's quickly. Elbow shot on the way. Barnes, it's good. He's got 10.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
George passes to Markkanen. George has the open look. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Vucevic. Kicks it out to Barrett. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. And Clarkson, here we go. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Using that speed of his on the drive. Clarkson just so elusive when he puts it on the floor.
Vucevic, the pass to Barrett. Up top, Robinson. He's covered by Clarkson. Robinson against Clarkson. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Clarkson for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
A real source of instant offense. Clarkson is not shy when it comes to shooting the ball.
Now here's Quickly. On the wing quickly. Over George. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. George scanning the floor. Clarkson outside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a slam by 6'3" Clarkson, showing he's still got some ups.
Barnes passes to Robinson. Over Clarkson. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got 16 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Ryan. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Hendricks has checked in for Utah. Sensabaugh comes in for Markkanen. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Payne comes in for Quickly. George outside. No good on the 3.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
George passes to Collins. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Poeltl. Payne with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Poeltl finds Payne. Here's Barnes. Collins with the rebound.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
It's tipped. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. As we approach the postseason, let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Raptors. They have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon.
You know, for the Raptors, they have to be pleased with their position this late in the season. You have to think they've accomplished every goal they set for themselves thus far.
Yeah, and credit to the coaching staff for maximizing the potential of this roster. They tailored the system to play to the strengths of their players.
Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Raptors. Got a piece of it. Robinson with a steal. Pass to Payne. Now here's Barnes. There's the triple. Barnes can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Clarkson, and the officials call a traveling violation. The 2K leaderboard showing us the best free throw shooting teams in the league. Number 5, the Raptors.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
Barrett into the lane. Utah grabs the miss. Clarkson with the ball. And it's Payne picking him up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Barrett passes to Robinson. The 3. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Ooh, poked away. Pass to Sensabaugh. Releases from 15. Yes, on the jumper. Sensible's got his second bucket of the night.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
And Toronto calls time here.
For
the Jazz, Eubanks, he's checked in for John Collins. Williams comes in for Clarkson, and Preston subbed in for George. Now here's Payne. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Preston. Here's Sensible. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now. Payne, the pass to Barrett. He takes it in. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
One shot.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Jazz trail by 18. Here's Preston. He's got 6. Off the mark with a little step back, Jay.
Well, the process was good. A solid look inside. Sometimes the basketball just doesn't go in. Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Fernando, perfection with the jumper from the elbow. Fernando's got his first 2 points of the night.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
Here's Eubanks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. And he drops the first. So he gets them both.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Outside Payne. Uneasy, 2 on the layup. Payne's got his first basket.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Preston, the pass to Williams, to the paint. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a quick look at how the Toronto Raptors schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. And then Monday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns.
And you know, for that matchup with the Warriors, anything can happen in the NBA. But they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both shots. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they were really able to keep their intensity high throughout the game. We never really saw them back off.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Pass to Fernando. Here's Sensible, guarded by Barrett. Eubanks with it. Here's Hendricks. Inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. From 10 feet away. Goes back up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They're working the outside game more than they did in the first quarter. The balanced approach seems to be paying off.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line.
And what a great first half he's had at the free throw line.
34 seconds left in the second. Pass to Abaji. Now Barrett. Pulls up at the elbow. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Here's Preston. Sinks the tray. Preston's got 9 points.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
The 3, Barrett. That shot missing. And so it's the Toronto Raptors earning this break in the action, up 10. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. It was a fast pace for Toronto at the outset, displaying the force of a tidal wave and some excellent offensive and defensive possessions. They surged their way to a 14-2 start, and they were rolling in that first quarter, up by 15 at the end of it. In the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but were still playing confident and were able to finish the half up by 10. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. They're about to jump and die by the jumper, but tonight, they're living and they're living good, baby.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Jazz.
We haven't seen any urgency in this team so far. That's why they find themselves losing at home. They need to come out with some fire in the second half and let this crowd back into the game. Otherwise, they're giving away their home court advantage.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Jazz trail by 10. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kessler in at the center position. That's the group for Utah right now. Markkanen. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Toronto's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
The Jazz shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. There's the double team quickly. Collins outside, takes a 3. Rebound Toronto.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Fires at the elbow, and he connects with a jumper. Robinson's got 23.
Well, not an area we're used to seeing Robinson operate in, but he focuses and gets it to go.
George's shot is good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's quickly. The 3 from Barnes. Buries it from 3. Barnes has got 15.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
George, no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Pass to Vucevic. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Good D by Kessler.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And here's Collins for 3, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Toronto leading by 15. Quickly passes to Barnes, and here's Robinson. And the layup is good off the glass. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, look, scoring is why Robinson is on the floor. And when he really gets going, it's a problem.
And Utah calls time here. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
At some point, you have to try and force the ball out of his hands. But that's easier said than done.
And since the All-Star break, these teams have been swatting down shots left and right. Toronto, number 1.
And they've been a wrecking ball on the defensive end, racking up the blocks and really setting the tone.
George passes to Kessler. Now Markkanen, guarded by Barrett. Now here's George. Rebound Toronto. Barrett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Barnes, outside Barrett. Floats one up. Vucevic's shot is off.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Here comes Toronto on the push. Robinson gets the bucket.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Jazz trail by 19. George outside. Knocks down the step-back J. George has got 8.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Here's Vucevic. Quickly against George. Shoots from the line. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
It's George on the drive. Some solid defense from Barrett.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Clarkson outside. Pass to Kessler. Second chance effort. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 21. Clarkson outside. Here's Collins. Buries it down low. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this coaching staff loves to see Clarkson pass it. He's developed that portion of his game.
Pass to Robinson. 2 points. That one goes. Robinson's got 29.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Here's George. Driving inside. And the jam by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
And Toronto calls time here.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And the Raptors with some changes. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Barrett, and it's Walter in for Robinson. Raptors lead by 19. Now quickly. Here's Walter. The shot no good. Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's George. Again, Utah.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
To the inside, quickly. Howard down after the assist, led him to the lane.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Marketed for three. They grabbed their own miss.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now, and it's a big reason that they're ahead.
Raptors lead by 21. Pirtle, the pass to Vucevic. And here's Pirtle. No made baskets yet. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one's on Clarkson.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
The first one falls. So Utah ends up going with a new group. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Jazz shooting around 32% in the third quarter. Here's Preston, guarded by Quickly. Pass to Eubanks. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hendricks. From outside, off the mark. Raptors lead by 22. Here's Barnes. Back to Pirtle. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 8 here already in the game. Utah's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Here's Preston, guarded by Quickly. Eubanks up top. They need this. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Vucevic, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Here's Preston. 9 points in the game. Here's Eubanks. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Quickly finds Barnes. And here's Pirtle from deep. And again, Toronto with a triple. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And Utah calls time here.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
On defense, the Raptors. Pass to Preston. Outside, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Eubanks, covered by Pirtle. They get the rebound.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Here's Abaji. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's Sensabaugh to stop the drought. Rebound Toronto. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Walter, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Preston misses. Toronto has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's Boucher. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Williams. And Williams punches it home.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. And a look now at the rookies that have been on fire lately. Second is Jacoby Walter.
I mean, he's really come to understand his role in this offense. It's amazing they can rely on him for points so early in the process.
Utah has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
Toronto ball.
Toronto shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. A shot from the mid-range. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Hendricks has got his 5th rebound in this one.
2 minutes remaining.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Yep, that one's good.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Walter from outside. Here's Pirtle. Soft touch off the glass. Pirtle's got 8 points here in the quarter.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Count it. Good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Preston's gone 5 of 11 shooting tonight from the floor. Walter can't get it to go. And for the Jazz, they're shooting 41% in this game. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. Another shot. They shoot again. And he sinks the layup. Eubanks, he's got 12 points.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Payne. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And he gets the bucket. He's got 6.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Here's Preston. He's got 11. Here's Sensabaugh. Tries to break his ice. Rebound by the Raptors. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Payne, the pass to Boucher. Here's Abaji. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Outside, Williams. Here's Preston. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Shed. So for the Raptors right now, we've got Chris Boucher, also Bruno Fernando out there, and it's Shed in at the one. The Jazz shooting 41% in this game. Pass to Lawson, three-pointer. And it's Toronto with a rebound. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. That'll be the second of 4 games total on the road for them. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stands since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
And it's Temple missing. And the Jazz with possession here. Williams from long range knocks it down from distance.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Toronto leading by 23. Here's Shed. And the shot goes down. Shed's got his first points in this one.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Count it. Shed's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's showing a lot of confidence in his ball handle. Going to the crossover to free himself up. Ooh, I love it.
Pass to Tucker. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Robinson against Clarkson. Here's Collins. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Abaji, pass to Vucevic. Good D by Kessler. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Clarkson finds George. Markkanen outside. Kessler against Vucevic. 4 on the clock. To 3, George. The Jazz again can't hit. For Toronto, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Quickly. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Well, you talk about a full 180. His play here in the second half has really come on. You can see his confidence building.
Foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul of the game. Walter, he's checked in for Robinson.
For the Raptors, Walter.
Well, Stan, you've coached some lockdown defenses. With the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
Now here's Quickly. Fires the 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Pass to Kessler. It's Markkanen on the wing. From 8 feet. Misses off the left iron. The Raptors have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. 3-on-3. Barnes finds quickly. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 9 assists now tonight.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback. Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
Utah's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen outside. George with it from behind the arc. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Walter. Over Clarkson. Walter can't get it to go.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The teardrop. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Using all of his length. Collins able to grab the offensive rebound and finish the play.
The Jazz have gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Clarkson with the ball. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Now here's George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. George has got 11 points here in the second half.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Albaji can't hit. Utah's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Markkanen misses.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Albaji over Markkanen. And the basket by Albaji.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Clarkson outside.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Quickly against George. Collins, a good look. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Puts up the 8-footer. And Barnes, the bucket. On the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got assist number 8 now on the night. Utah shooting 41% here in the fourth. George passes to Markkanen. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
Walter, good.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for Utah. It's George on the wing. Pass to Kessler. Albaji with a rebound. Toronto has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Back to Quickly. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Collins. And here's Kessler, covered by Vucevic. Here's Collins. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Scotty Barnes on the receiving end of that one.
He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend-worthy dunk there.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Quickly against George. Walter from outside. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Utah making a switch here. Preston's checked in. Fernando's checked in for Toronto. Boucher comes in for Abaji. Here's Preston. Clarkson outside. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. All right, Stan, what's one rule you change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Well, what you love about Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter if he's starting or coming off the bench, he provides a real scoring punch.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Now here's Boucher. Quickly from outside. It's rebounded by George.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Yes, it's good.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
Clarkson's got 5 baskets and 12 tries so far.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Utah shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Here's Preston. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Nice shot by Preston. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Barnes. Utah grabs the miss. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Quickly passes to Fernando. Back to Quickly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Quickly's got 23 points.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
George finds Clarkson. Williams from long range. Rebound Toronto. Boucher's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Walter. Outside for Boucher. Quickly from outside. Nails it from 3. 26 points for him.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now here's George. Here's Preston. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 9 rebounds now. Toronto has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. They get it back. Fernando, the pass to Boucher. The 3 from Barnes. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And this is why Barnes was the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And it's been a phenomenal year for them. They play with so much confidence night in, night out. This notches another huge win, 65 in total.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
Here's Walter to the right side. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now here's George. Pass to Preston. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Utah making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Payne's checked in for quickly. Timeout called, the Raptors. They lead by 36. 36 seconds left in the fourth. All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Emmanuel Quickly.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
This crowd had no idea what they were in for. He came in and silenced them with a dominant performance. He was an intimidating presence tonight. This audience didn't seem to affect him in the slightest. That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Utah ball.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth. Preston, the pass to Clarkson. Now here's Williams. Can they get it? The shot comes out. Here's Fernando. Pass to Walter. Outside Payne. Here's Walter. He's covered by Clarkson. Beyond the arc. Yep, it's good.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is...